But what have you found? We try to keep this joint actionable. What is it that you've done, or what helps you get back to that place where you can kind of sit in the actual moment?
I mean, a gratitude practice, 5 things, whether it be in the morning or whether it be just when you start to feel overwhelmed. I mean, when I start going too far out, I write about all the things that I have now. I write about all the people in my life that I love. I write about all the experiences that I'm experiencing currently that bring me joy. I mean, quite frankly, I didn't journal, or I didn't do gratitude, or I didn't do honestly, any of that shit until I met you. And until you drilled it into my head over and over and over that you can absolutely change your situation. And it's not like that's new knowledge. Sometimes you need to hear it a different way from someone that you respect and from someone that you see doing these things that they're saying, not someone in the pulpit saying one thing and then doing another. I was raised, dad was a great example, but many other people that instructed me to do things were not. And so when he's gone, I'm hesitant to take advice from people. I'm very skeptical of what's coming out of people's mouths because I'm seeing them, it's that whole age old axiom, do as I say, not as I do. And so it wasn't until you kind of bringing in being vulnerable in private with details that, we're not going to divulge here about your practices and what's worked for you in the past, what's not worked for you in the past, and how you reground. But also some of that also for me comes down to, hey, now taking my shoe off and my foot out of that tiny toe box and walking in the grass. Legitimately, getting some stretching in, getting some movement, doing some walkouts to front plank, to up, to some breathing exercise in the middle. When I get myself back to feeling that I'm alive, that I'm living, that I'm supposed to be here, that there's a reason for me to be here, that somebody else wants me here and not someone that has implicit benefit for me being here, whether it be romantically, sexually, or business-wise. There's not an inherent incentive that's external for me to be here, and they still care about me. Ooh, thinking about those people puts me back in a place where I can be present, where I can say, hey, I am better off here than not. I'm better off here presently, not just living, but presently, than out in the future or back in the past. And we've talked about closure, but man, I really think the fundamentals, movement, journaling, whether it be gratitude or abundance or writing down goals or what have you, and then just legitimately thinking. And this might be a little heady, legacy. If you were to leave today, if you were to be taken today from a higher power, from a bus, from someone running up in your house, whatever, what would people around you say? And if it's that, hey, he was on the path to do these things, or he was en route to be this person, or he was trying to go down the path to help these people, and it's not. He does these things now. He treats people like this. He impacts the world today, like in these ways. He impacts and shows up for his friends in these ways. Then what are you doing? Be future focused so much that your brain's going to explode, because you're always going to be trying to just knock out the legacy. But if you're not here, how do you feel? How do you live? How do you love? How do you serve a partner? How do you show up for your friends? How do you help a homie out with a business? How do you play connector? How do you how? You can't. Facts. So that's a long tangent there, but you got to feel like you're alive. If you haven't reminded yourself, go do some jumping jacks or some burpees, or walk down the street, or crawl on the grass, or roll around on the ground with a dog. You're alive. If you choose to be.